Hi, Carol here, and thank you so much for joining me in my craft room today. As you know, I haven't been in my craft room for a while, other than to do a little bit of organizing, and I decided to put all of my inks, except for my Tim Holt inks, are on the other side, but I just gather those when I need them. But for now, I'm just going to take the camera and show you. I decided to put everything at my reach. Whoa! Sorry about that. So starting here and going across up here and all the way down here are my inks, my markers, my refills, my stickles, and Perfect Pearls liquid and everything else I can fit up there so that it is within reach. So that's going to work out well for me, I think, instead of having to get up and go to the other side of my craft room. So today I am making a card for my sister, and it was her birthday last week, but the sisters are all getting together on Tuesday evening at my house to celebrate her birthday. So I'm making a card. It gives me plenty of time to do that. So I'm going to try and get comfortable in my chair. I'll turn around and we are going to start this card / photo album vintage thing that I'm going to do. So it just takes me a minute to get seated. These casts are annoying, to say the least, but let me see if I can get comfy, and then we will proceed. There we go. Now I'm going to have to do something else here. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to get in my seat. And then once I'm in, we can start going. There, that's good. Pull in, and we can start. I can see the time on here, and I think I can do this like this. So what I decided to do, I needed to swing around to get to the other side of my desk. I'll just show you what I'm going to use today. This is just an old dollar store photo album that I'm going to fix up because, you know, when you have grandchildren, you like to have some photos, and I think she'll like this as an added addition to a card. So I have 1/2-inch double-sided tape on the back, all over the album, and I thought I would do it. I have to interject here. Thank you, Cindy. I got your card today. Is this not the cutest thing ever? Look at the two casts and the little stuff coming out like this, and it is just hysterical, and it says ouch. I mean, it is beautiful and a lovely letter. I mean, I just think that is so thoughtful. Cindy, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Carolyn, Debbie, Jackie. The list goes on to the cards that I have gotten. And I want to thank everybody. And I just got that one, Cindy. So thank you so much. It was greatly appreciated. Okay, now. Well, it takes a lot of energy for me. I've been actually all morning digging this stuff out so that I could just sit down, relax, and do this card, and have you follow along in case you wanted to do one. I just ordered this, well, I picked this up last week. My BFF Kathy was down, so we popped over to the thrift store, and I got all of these tons and tons in this bag of beautiful flowers, roses and paper flowers. It's just gorgeous for 99 cents. I was thrilled. And I don't get out very much as of late, so it was nice to get out for an hour and just do a little bit of thrift store shopping. And then I ordered this set from Paper Tray Inc. The most beautiful set called Simply Jade. Can you see that? And it is, I can't hold things up long, so I am going to set it there, maybe. There we go. No, maybe not. Okay. So this came last week in the mail, and I just love it. So this card is themed around there. I can't get it in. Just a second. Takes me a little longer to do things here. There we go. So I took some of this Tim Holtz grunge paper, and this grunge paper is not, it's really soft, it's really pliable, and it's nice for images actually to die cut from. So I took the frame, and this is out of the grunge board. It's just really flexible. And then I used the baked brown sugar Stampin' Up! Ink. I used UT on it, ultra thick embossing powder, so that it would stand up. Can you see how it has all the bubbles of, it looks like glass. I wanted to have like a glass effect. And then I did the little cameo, and it comes with a little necklace. I did the cameo with the UT so that it was all bubbled. Can you see that? I don't want to put my terrible hands all the way up there, but anyway. And then I used the Stampin' Up! White ink and put the rose and the necklace on, and it was stamped in the baked brown sugar and a little bit of the white on her face there. That's going to go on the inside. I took out, I bought all of, I got a gigantic bag of beads for 50 cents, tons of them. This is just one of them. I think I got 30 bags of different sizes when I was out. And I spelled out Diane's name, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use some gesso Mod Podge, a little bit of the cheesecloth, crackle medium. I like this folk art crackle. I have these separate. These, I didn't know how I'm going to latch it. These are just some wooden, well, I probably won't be using that because I can't get them open. I'm not even going to try. So I took that, or buttons, or I might use this as a clasp and use these eyelets and punch an eyelet into there. Nice size eyelet, and then put these little clasps on there to close this book. We will see. But I'm just playing around right now, and I chose the vintage Tim Holtz inks, Black Soot, Crushed Olive, Gathered Twigs, Pumice Stone, and Wild Honey. I have over there. I took out some distress paint. This is Spun Sugar, Snow Cap, and silver here. This is brushed pewter. And I'm just going to shake it up a little bit because I see it's all on the bottom. So I'm going with the gold and silver. I haven't made up my mind exactly which I'm going to do more of, but we will see. So I have that. I took the Baroque on vellum and I ran it through my, I'm using my electric Tim Holtz Vagabond because it's good for my hands to use that. There's no pressure. And so I ran that through. So I have some vellum. And I took a page out of one of my antique hymnals. And it's for my sister. And this, I really loved this page. I mean, this is an old hymn book. And this is from Ira Sankey wrote this hymn. And I think it's beautiful. It's called I Am Praying for You. And it says, I have a Savior, he's pleading in glory, a dear loving Savior, though earth friends be few. And now he is watching and tenderly o'er me, but oh, that my Savior were your Savior too. For you I am praying, for you I am praying, for you I am praying, I'm praying for you. And I think that's just beautiful. And it has 5 stanzas. And every word in this song means something to me, to my sister. So I am going to use this on the inside of the book. Then I chose the Spun Sugar Stampin' Up! Cardstock. And on this paper, I have it ready with 1/2-inch double-sided tape. but I didn't put it all to the edge because I'm going to distress the edges, being it's going to be quite a vintage book when I get finished. And I took out some of this Stampin' Up! Stickers, but because of the pink here, but it has X's and O's, but I don't know if I'm going to use that. I've already prepared all of these frames. I don't know what I'm going to use. I chose green, the vintage pink, and the black corrugated. Well, it's kind of a corrugated. Let me just see here. It looks kind of like a wood grain finish. Can you see that? And I've cut them out this morning because I don't know what I'm going to use on them, but I knew I needed different sizes for the idea that I have. I have some of this, I can't remember what you call this paper. It's really thin with the lines going through it. It's almost like a homemade paper. It's beautiful. Then I just cut some papers out here, doily, some lace. I have a little old-fashioned phone I put there because I can't keep getting up, so I had to grab whatever ideas I was thinking. A recollection bling here, some embellishment, and some feathers in different colors. This heart doily right here, and some of these sticks that I got from Flowers. They're just kind of like weaved whatever. And I took some of these little, they weigh nothing boggles that were in my flower stash. And they had some beautiful leaves. Look at those leaves. They almost look like you've already made them into vintage preparation. I have two bows I made with the Bow It All. This is a 1, 6, 7 loop. Off-white, but I will be distressing that. And then the Stampin' Up! Ribbon, I made a 4-loop ribbon, 2 and 2. And I don't know which one I'm going to use, but I wanted it to be ready. Took some bling out, Do What You Love silver bling, and a little hinge in the gold, a clock in the gold. I covered my thumb, so because I'm working with these paints, I don't want to get it wet, if you see that. And then I have a little birthday pewter present right there. You probably can't even see them as I'm laying in there, but anyway, I have this little present and this little birthday. It says birthday on it, so I'm going to use those embellishments. And I took out some flowers, some of these little doodads, some hearts, different kind of hearts that I have set there, some brown twine, and that's about it. So let's get going. Now, I didn't even do any measurements in this little doodad. I don't even know if I'll use it, but anyway, I have it there. Some paint brushes, and that's about it. So I just took this and cut my paper to size. I opened it up, and I want to make sure that my camera is on this. I may have to move this up out of the way. Oh yeah, some of this little bling. I'm going to move that up, move this up, move that out of the way. There we go. So, yes, I think I'm in the frame. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it, to have all this work and I'm not even in the frame. So what I did here, this is totally no measurement, just put it up, cut it out on my cutting board, and took it to about 1/8 of an inch, 16th of an inch on mitered the corners. And I'm just going to see how it works. So first thing I'm going to do is remove all of this glue. And I know I could have had all this done, but I thought, you know what? When I first started in the paper crafting, I didn't want to see stuff completed. I wanted to see how did you do it. And there's wonderful sites on this sort of thing, like Kathy Orda and oh, Lovely Scrappin', and just tons of wonderful sites to go on to learn this. But I'm just running with it, just, you know. So I have it like this. This is going to be the front. So with the best of my ability here, I am going to line it up and then put it down. Okay, sorry, I'm going to have to take this off. This one and this corner one, because I went all the way on the edges. So let's do this again. So I ran the 1/2 inch tape, and I am going to do it like this. I don't know how it's going to work on the other end. I'm just praying it is going to be good. Okay. I'm not standing up. I probably should stand up to do this, but okay, so now that that's down, I'm going to take this off. I'm just using my pokey tool and taking these off. And you know what? If it turns out to be two parts, it's okay. You know, it's like, I'm just thankful you watch, and we'll just do it together. That's all. Just takes me a little while longer. But I'm going to tell you, not being in here and doing crafts, I need to have this card ready. So I'm using that as an excuse to do this. So now I will take this and I'm going to butt it up against the end with my, yikes, if I don't stick myself together, with my bone folder right there. So if you can see that, it's just right up against there. And then I will bring it up like that because I want to have the closing room, right? I don't want to do it flat down because it will not have any space to breathe and fold over. So you want to do it like this. That way you're not pulling on it, and you know, and then just take your bone folder and go over it. I chose this paper, trying to think, remember I did this in my haul video? It's absolutely gorgeous. It has the sheep, totally vintage. I love the greens. It has the pinks, browns. It has every color I want to use. And because I'm putting so much bling on the front, I chose this to be the back. And have this plain, you know, it has the little girl jumping on the rock up there. It actually looks very distressed. If you can see that paper, it's beautiful. Okay, so now you can open it up and we will work on getting it closed. Now it shuts, and you know that these books were 2 for $1, so it is really a good buy if you want to do a nice card slash photo album. Aren't I slow? I'm surprised I'm going this fast, actually. I want to thank, I'm so thankful. It's terrible, you know, like everybody has been so good to me. Oh, yikes, I didn't take that off. Let's hope I can get that off underneath there. I forgot to do this side, see? Wasn't thinking. Hopefully I can lift that up and pull it out. Yes. And I'm going to work on this side first. One side at a time. So, let me get that over there. So it's really, so here I go with this side, like this. So So you're going to butt that over with your bone folder. And isn't that nice? Can you see that? Really nice edge. And then we'll do the other side, and then we'll do the long side next. So, pokey tool. Yeah. This is a nice project to do. You know, that is other than a card, like just a card. It has a little bit of substance. You already have the cardboard base, so that's nice, right? And so you're not worrying about putting a backing. Cinnamon, come on up here. She's barking. Somebody must be gallivanting around the house. You won't hear her bark too often, so. Okay, so now we have that. Take your bone folder. Let me try and do it this way for you so you can see that. Take your bone folder up, move these little things there, and butt it up against there and pull it across. I can't put much pressure on my hand, so there you go. Beauteous. I tried to get, it's not going to make a difference if you are going to put backing on it and you're not going to leave it white like that. I am going to put these, the brown sugar cardstock on there, the baked brown sugar from Stampin' Up! So it doesn't matter to me. Now, here's the tricky part. I think what I'm going to do here is take some scissors. It's okay, Cinnamon. I think I will miter it in a V on the bottom, like. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to try that. So, let me get my, take this much, whoa, at a time. And like I said, this is okay because I'm going to have the brown paper over top. You are not going to see that. But you are going to see underneath there. Okay, so let's get this one up. There we are. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut this as well. Like that. Can you see that? So I just made a V, upside down V. Okay, so let's push that down and bring this up. There we are. Now, obviously I didn't measure that. It should have been up more because of this corner there, but I will cover that so it doesn't bother me. I will put a corner on it, like a Tim Holtz metal corner, so that's fine. And then this, I will lift up and put this underneath. And there you have it. Using your pokey tool. And there's the corner. Isn't that beauteous? Really pretty. Really nice edge. So we will do the same thing on this side. Taking off the double-sided tape. And you know what? I think it's easier for me to stand up. Excuse me. I'm going to move my chair over just a tad. It's bothering me to be sitting down. I think it's easier for me to do this standing up. Yes, it is. Okay, this is great. So you're going to take this all the way off. I read it all the way across. There we are. And only 4 minutes. I got a cover on in 29 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, let's make our V. And it is coming up not quite to the top here. See that right there? So it's just about a 1/16 of an inch on the bottom. So let's take our, and we'll go into part 2. I have to do this card, so I'm just going to keep filming. There we are. That's it so far right there on the corners. Isn't that nice? And then you're going to take the other side before you do this V. Let's bring that up. And I am going to just play with this little corner a bit. Push it up like so. And bring these across like this. And then we're going to do the best part of the whole thing, and that is to embellish. Love embellishing. There we are. And then let's bring this up. We're going to have to cut a tad off there. Pull it up. And there you have it. There's my book. Very nice. Kind of work it in. Okay, so there you have the back. So pretty. I want to take some of the light directly off of it so you can see it. There, how's that? And then you open it up, and we are going to put the brown paper on the inside. And here's the front to embellish. You don't have a ton of, you're not covering up a ton of the paper, so that's really nice. And I am going to begin to work the embellishments in part 2. Isn't that beautiful? Like, I'm not going to do this obviously, but only because I know I have 1 minute left. The color match in, let me turn this off and see if this helps. See that it matches perfectly with the top. I just love it. And I'm going to turn this back on. So we are going to get into our paints. We're going to get into our gesso and our Mod Podge. And I am going to crackle and start this card for my sister. I have to get somebody to open these for me, and I will be back. Let's see. We can start a little bit because I do have a minute. What I'd like to do is I am going to take some crushed olive here, and I'm going to start distressing the edges of the book. And then I have 40 seconds left. I thank you so much for coming and joining me. And we are going to finish this in the next part. So as this turns off, you have a blessed day. Thank you for your prayers and your support. I'm just going around here with this. And we're going to vintage this right out. It's going to be beauteous. You will love it. My sister will love it. There we go. Just look at that while we say goodbye.